let's just hop into it. So what's really impressive about this wasn't the win or how they won or anything like that. It's just, it's cool to see a Protoss victory. You know, shy of some players like Kiwi Kaki and Mana, there hasn't been a lot of Protoss that can actually win games in Legacy of the Void. Not through the tournaments we've been casting, at least.
Yes, it's just amazing that they've won it all. So, yeah.
Not like, oh my god, this is so amazing, this changes everything, but still, it's nice to see.
Yeah.
But, I gotta swap those around, so spawns unfortunately will not match the overlay once again, but at least you can see the names at the top. Someone was saying you should use a bolder font. Actually, let me see if I can actually... Is there even an option to use a bolder font? Boom. Bolded. There you have it, guys. Alright, so getting into game number 2 for the Rocketbeans Archon Mode Cup. This is the loser's match of this best of 3. First person knocked out of the tournament will be... Let me try that again. The first person knocked out of the tournament will be determined by this best of 3. And currently leading the series with a nice 1-0 in the top left corner of the map, it's going to be the Teal Archon, comprised of Majestic and Patience, aka Dead Pixels.
In the bottom right, as the red Zerg Archon, it's WhiteRa and Dimaga.
Not looking for the race swap this time.
No. Well, so I don't want to play PvP, I guess.
Yeah, it's PvP is such a weird spot to be in. I just, there's so many things about that game that I really enjoyed, but the biggest thing I'd say is, even with the army that the Protoss had, being what was almost like 100% counterintuitive to everything Red Archon had, it was still a pretty close fight when it came down to it. 2 Immortals lived, 4 Adepts, that's where the game ended.
Yeah. I think if it was a little less messy and Red Archon was able to get more units or lurkers, then they would have still taken the fight. But that composition looked like a really good one, and they were even following it up with Blink Stalkers, which would have been the, it would have looked a lot like Heart of the Swarm if they were able to get to a good number of Blink Stalkers. Because again, they weren't nerfed or buffed, they're still just as good as they are in Heart of the Swarm versus Zerg. So sometimes, if the game is a macro game, we do see Protoss try and stick with Blink Stalkers, and then add on Disruptors later on, or Colossus. It's difficult, because lurkers.
Lurkers. We keep talking about these fabled units that we haven't seen in the game. They're kind of like, I almost feel like these dragons, so to speak, like these big crazy monsters. We're telling the tales of them, but no one's actually seen one. Yeah,
they're very rare.
It's just that they are quite expensive and difficult to get to, but if you do get to them, they are such a amazing unit to have. And I do hope Dimaga and WhiteRa are considering this. I mean, if WhiteRa was already willing to consider carriers in a previous series, I would certainly hope that he, if not Dimaga, would recognize lurkers would not be too bad to have either. But again, stressing the fact that they're expensive and hard to get to. Last game, I don't think they even had breathing room. I mean, that 7-gate came pretty quick.
Yeah, exactly. They were never able to get there. Because the worst thing about Zerg's new units, I guess in general, if we're going to include the Ravager, which we don't see anymore, is that it takes time to get there, as well as additional minerals and gas. But you have to get the Hydras down, and then you have to get the Hydras, then you have to get the Lurker down, and then more from the Lurkers. So it's quite a long process that you just don't have time to do so if you're facing an all-in.
God damn it. Changing the title on the text was a bold move, apparently. I love you, chat. I hate you, chat. Leave the puns to me. That's actually, you know, that was another thing I wasn't sure whether I was really happy about or kind of sad about. But when we met a lot of the people at WCS, a lot of people complimented me on my puns and my bad jokes. And I'm like, do I want to be that guy? I mean, I love being that guy, but do I want to be that guy?
I think you have no choice but to be that guy.
Not anymore, apparently. Realizing that was in range of the Overlord was kind of a oopsies.
Yeah.
Of course, it wasn't going to be for proxy. We already have the Stargate coming at home, but still, you don't want them to know where your pylons are. You don't want to just give them that freebie.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to do a gateway all-in off the back of it.
Ooh, that could be kind of dirty. This was kind of a classic move, Heart of the Swarm styles, but you know, the Oracle, the Void Ray, whatever comes out of the Stargate can just do a lot of damage, and the Stalkers come kill everything that it doesn't itself kill.
Well, I think what's better is that it's just, you know, you see a Stargate, you see an Oracle, you think you have a lot of time to drone, just don't take any damage, you know, build spores and queens. But really, if they go out with a 7-gate all-in behind that, then you've made a huge mistake and you should have been building units. It's just that little bit of trickery. Now, it's only 3 more gateways, so either they changed their mind because the pylon was scouted, or they just wanted to do more, like, aggressive maneuvers rather than, like, really all-inning. But it's not like an incredible amount of gateways. They could get a 5th base or a 3rd base. Whoa, a 3rd base the back of this.
Oracle turns on his pulsar beam, but it's really not allowed to get here. You can kill the Aura of the Queen.
Yeah,
kind of
as
about
stupid
it,
as that is. So stupid.
I love that the damage on this thing is so good. Like, I don't know why they bother putting bonus damage on it, to be honest. It's good versus everything, no matter what. Bonus damage, no bonus damage.
Yeah.
Things just die to the Oracle.
Yeah, and, the speed upgrade was really quite useful as well. It really changed things.
It still kills me. Like, I swear to God, every time I watch an Oracle kill like 7 drones and a Queen or something like that, it always goes back to the original speech where like, this is a unit that will never kill anything. It will never do damage. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, by the way, seriously, go look up the original beta versions of the Oracle when they were trying to explain it.
Ooh. Ooh.
You said
Double
stop.
Stargate.
The double Stargate's intriguing to me, but I'm more concerned about this Adept push. I kind of think this might end the game. With the addition of the Oracle damage on top of this, yo, these Oracles can stop the Lings for the Adepts. The Adepts already kill everything else anyways.
Yeah. Well, the Roaches are on their way, and they do okay, but there's an overwhelming amount of Adepts right now.
Yeah, like, they're already killing so many drones. I mean, jeez. This is a little bit bad. The thing about the Roaches too is they can actually not catch the Adepts, which is the problem. So like they'll fight here, okay, sure. And the Psionic Transfer, well, I'm not sure why some come back. That's awkward. But most of them were sent over here to get more of the drone kills. So you just kind of get away and outnumber.
Yeah, plus they're gonna make a lot of Roaches because they think it's the only thing that they can do against Adepts, which is kind of correct. And then you come in with a lot of Void Rays, apparently.
Oh god, 3
I kind of
Void
like that
Rays.
1-2 punch.
3 Void Rays and a +1 upgrade. Again, the beautiful thing that complements this so much is the Adepts are relatively cheap when it comes to gas. It's 25 gas, but still 100 minerals. So you've got these Void Rays, which are incredibly gas heavy. You're putting those out, you're putting the Adepts out. Like, these are just, oh my god. This is gonna be so gross.
Yeah, it will be.
I feel
Now,
like the
Red
Oracles
Archon
are so
has
alive,
the
too.
breathing room. Yeah, it was good control from the microplayer. But Red Archon has a bit of breathing room, so now they should start adding in the DPS, so the Hydras. So we'll have some Hydras
But
to take on the Void Rays, but only a couple.
man, Hydras are not exactly a counter to Void Rays. They simply shoot up. They're the Overlords don't scout this either. I mean, they knew there was one Stargate. It's kind of like, okay, surprise, but more than one.
And seeing one Void Ray, oh well, he made that because he's afraid I'm gonna counterattack with the Roaches. This all
Oh my
makes
God.
sense. And it doesn't say mass Void Rays quite yet.
Yo, they've been picking off the gas mining drones exclusively as well, so kind of slowing down the intake, perhaps limiting the amount of Hydras that'll be out. There's even a fleet beacon.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yes.
Oh my god, are they gonna go full Sky Toss? Are we gonna see like the Golden Armada?
They wanted to show WhiteRa how to do it.
Ooh, that's so nasty and mean. Actually, it's funny because I want to make like a joke here about gambling, but I know Patience doesn't know how to. Like,
Patience was so cute, man.
he's like,
cutest pro gamer.
gamble? And he pulls out like €1 and throws it on the table and has no idea what he's doing. It was amazing.
Like a 50-cent piece.
Oh, okay, well we do have... I like the Lurkers. I love the idea for the Lurkers, but they don't shoot up and they've completely misread what's happening. Like, the anticipation of more Adepts, Stalkers, I mean, the Lurkers are so perfect for all of that. But unfortunately, what they really need are, like, tons of Corruptors and Spore Crawlers and Queens. Mass Queens even would be helpful.
Yep,
But
some Fungals and stuff like that. Some Parasitic Bombs. That's what they need.
Parasitic Bomb would be the hard counter. If you guys haven't actually seen it, the idea is that you don't Parasitic Bomb the carrier. You Parasitic Bomb the Interceptors. Because they will sadly bring that shit back to the carrier. Little bastards that they are.
That's kind of funny. But they're not thinking of it. Like, honestly, if they scouted this, 2 minutes ago, they could well be on their way to Hive right now.
That's a
just
finishing.
barely having the Vipers. Yeah, they'd have the Vipers. They just need to buy time to get the energy, and they would be okay, not great. They'd be okay. But they really have nothing to handle these Void Rays.
Hey, hypothetical situation. Let's say Hydras are the counter to Void Rays. You've got so many Adepts underneath this, which are going to destroy those Hydras.
Yeah. This is looking like a death push. Ugh. Now, the Lurkers on the ground are going to slowly chip away at those Adepts, and the Adepts have not gotten their upgrade quite yet. So they're not as beefy as they could be. So they'll eventually die.
The problem is, that's a lot of gas, and 5 Hydras taken away from what you need to be anti-air. And what's beautiful and glorious and disgusting about all of this is they're going to go for the hatchery snipe. They're not even going to fight that army. They're just going to come in from the side, swipe, and then recall maybe, with that 50 energy recall. Oh my lord, watch how fast everything's gonna melt the prismatic alignment. Doesn't even get a chance to use it, no!
Oh, but the Hydra's all choked in the middle along the gas geyser. He's gonna take advantage of that. Oh, God.
Oh, this positioning is so sick and so disgusting. And let's not forget, while this goes on, there's still carriers coming up behind this, guys. It's not just Void Rays.
Yeah, loses 1 Void Rays, but kills like 10 Hydralisks, so...
The Lurkers go for the counter attack. Recall does go off. Oh, this whole army is going to get crushed, though.
There is detection available just because of that cannon, but the cannon goes down really quickly, and I think that's it for detection.
Are there any Oracles still alive? 1 Oracle coming back home from the other side of the map.
Really needs to get an Observer, though. Invest in that Robo.
Yeah, it could just...
Look at this. Do you hear that, guys? Do you hear that?
I don't know, Zombie Girl. What am I listening for?
Oh, it's so stupid. Like, it does so much damage. It just doesn't sound like it's doing any damage at all.
Come on, Revelation. You can do this. Save the Nexus. No. Pop that Revelation, damn it.
They're like, what button is it? I don't know.
Wait, just stop the Lurkers. What are you doing?
No!
Oh, God.
The probes.
Okay, well, in fairness, I kind of feel like these 4 Lurkers are not going to outbase trade this army, but still, this is stupid because this is unnecessary. The Oracle was right there. If this was something where it was out of the way, you kind of make the argument saying like, okay, I understand this or that, the other, but this was unnecessarily messy.
Are they really confused with how Revelation works?
Maybe.
Do they think that Envision is like taken away?
Yo, carriers need to get involved in the fight. They come in way too late. The Void Rays get shreked by so many of the Hydras. Where were the adepts for this? I think Patience is gonna lose. Man, it's like those Lurkers just played the mind games with them. They're like, what the fuck do we do?
What the hell?
They should not have lost this game. Good game. Red Archon will tie this series up now 1-1. But what the fuck? If we're gonna be completely honest, that was the worst throw I've ever seen.